outside. Kia te whānau, hello everyone, how we doing? So here we are by Evans Bay, just talking to some of the locals that are actually getting the boats in with some people across the border, eh?
Well, not exactly locals, we're South Islanders, but we're local New Zealanders.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just helping people get up and down between Picton and Wellington without having to do the rat test and without having to pay any money, because a lot of people can't afford to, but they really want to be here. So we're doing our best to try and bring fresh troops and keep everybody going, you know. And the morale boost is kind of a big part of what we're doing while we're doing it.
What's the price on this head?
How do you mean the price on a set?
Well, each person's gonna cost up, eh? Somehow.
Cost up?
Yeah, well, nothing's free apart from this fresh air we're breathing.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it doesn't cost us too much to go back and forth. So I mean, a few people have thrown in something, but that's not what it's been. It's getting people over here who haven't wanted to take tests, and people who have found it difficult to get over, either cost-wise or anything, and just trying to make it a bit easier to get people over here. And I mean, I'm here for even business owners. I ended up being double jabbed and wanted to do some sailing this year offshore. But I know a lot of business colleagues from the past who are suffering through this, just got their heads down having to work and trying to obey all the rules and can't stand up and look at what's going on, and they appreciate the fact that I'm here advocating for them and joining this protest, because they haven't got time or opportunity. They're struggling to keep their businesses afloat. You know, and what this government's done for small business around New Zealand is devastating, and let alone what it's done for our own personal rights, you know. So yeah, anything I can do to help support the protest and what people are standing for, I'm here.
Awesome. Sounds all too good to be true. Look, I really appreciate what you're doing here. I'm guessing you would like to round up more boats by doing so and getting the message out there for maybe people like yourself that have that position that can help out, right?
Yeah, we are. There's a few other boats who are keen on doing it, and it's up to every individual skipper. You need to know what you're doing to come across here. Other boats, it's just easier. I've done several trips into Mana Marina, which is a nice, easy sail across without some of the treachery that can happen in Cook Strait. So I've done some trips in there, and I've heard there are some other boats this week are going to keep doing that as the weather permits. That we jaunt over to Mana, drop off some people and back again, and I'll be doing that again in the future too. Yeah.
Awesome, thanks so much. What's your one message from here in Evans Bay and Wellington, or to the rest of the nation, people that are still sitting on the fence, to the rest of the world?
Get off the fence, you know, like just look at the evidence. It's not hard to find, you know, don't listen to the mainstream media. It's just lying to you. They're telling you all this stuff that's going on in the camps here in Picton, and they're saying how the boaties are being harassed and maritime police and stuff. None of them have talked to us. None of them have talked to any of the skippers. It's not true. It's just trying to dissuade people from doing what they're doing. Just mind games. So yeah, I advise everybody to get off the fence and stand up and make a stand, because if you don't, you know, we're going to lose so much. It's really important that people do stand up, you know, live in their integrity, forget the fear. You know, there's safety in numbers. If everybody in New Zealand stands up that, you know, doesn't like what's going on, we can change this a whole lot faster. So everyone needs to stand up, because they're going to lose so much if they don't.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for what you're doing, and you know, great minds think alike, and by doing this together, there's no stopping us, is there?
I don't think so.
No, it's been awesome. I can't believe the awesome people that I've met on the trip. It's everyone's appreciated it, but yeah, such a good bunch of people to have together. Yeah. I've met some awesome people through this. Yeah.
We've heard some really sad stories, you know. There's some of the guys we've brought over and people we've met in the camps. On the last trip we came over, there's a charter boat guy. He's got a charter boat in Kaikoura, successful business, doing it for years. He's going bankrupt purely because you can't go and get a first aid certificate. You know, same with one of our other skippers. He's going to lose his skipper's ticket, can't get a first aid certificate. You know, these are really hard-working people just being absolutely persecuted through nonsense. Makes no logical sense. So, no, we just feel that we've got to stand up and do our thing.
We're here to end it, eh?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're not stopping until it's finished.
No, we're here to start something new. You know, it's not an end, it's a beginning. You know, when you look at the cooperation in the camps and how people without management, without leaders, have just stood up and created a whole village with all the infrastructure just by themselves with no instruction, you know, it shows we can do it. And that is the future for our country. It's people doing for themselves and stop being told what you can't do and just get on and do it. Yeah. And it works really well.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Perfect, done 5 minutes.
What's up, I'm Terrell.